mean, extremely excited and proud of our guys for the way that they played and fought 4 quarters. I mean, pretty much everything that you practice and you train for in the off season and you do in camp and the situations you do came up in some sort of way in this game, other than overtime. So to have our guys persevere through that is unbelievable. I mean, they should be pretty proud of themselves to go through and beat the number 3, number 4, number 6 team in the country. I think it shows what type of resilience they have to be able to bounce back week after week just to get to a national title. Typically, that's not a normal road. I don't think in any sport, let alone football, to have to do that. So really proud of them for doing that and just staying the course. We had our ups and downs. We knew that would happen. Wartburg's a great football team. They're really well coached. They're disciplined. They play physical football. They block. They tackle. They do a lot of things that we want to do ourselves. So we knew it was going to be a 4-quarter battle. And fortunately for us, we had guys step up at different times to make really important plays, especially these 3. But really, I mean, we got some important sacks when we needed sacks, kickoff return when we needed a kickoff return, and then, of course, the 4th down stop there at the end of the game was huge. And that's all 11 guys being in the right place, doing the right thing, and coaches making the right call and going with what they feel like is going to work best. So we're really excited to be, heading back to the Stag Bowl. And I know for all of us that are alums and for all of our alums, it's exciting because we kind of went through college and grew up with it being the road to Salem. And our first one in 19 was, of course, in Texas. I think it was the year before they started rotating. So to be able to go back to Salem on the 50th anniversary is extremely special. I know for all of us that have been around for a little longer than these youngsters.
For coach or for any of the players, was it important to kind of get that out of the way today, to actually trail in a game in the 4th quarter in a key spot and not have to face that adversity for the first time maybe next week?
I'll let you guys answer, but I mean, I'll start. I don't know if it's important to get it at any sort of moment. I mean, either way, you're playing that down. If you're thinking about the score and the situations going on during a play, then you're probably not going to be very successful on that play. So you have to be thinking about that play, not the score, not the last play, not the next play. Now, do you come out of it and do you feel like you've gained experience? Absolutely. You do. I mean, any time that you're tested in any sort of way, you're going to learn lessons from it. And I would say that from last week. I would say it from any game before that. If we won by 40 or 80, there's still things to learn, but you certainly learn a lot, in these types of situations. Just against good football teams is what I'd say. You learn a lot. Whether you win by a lot or you win by a little, you're going to learn quite a bit. What these guys want to say about
it. Personally, I'd say I don't really like trailing. I don't think anybody does. It's not really something that you hope happens so you can get that experience out of the way, I guess you could say. But I loved how our team responded to be trailing for the first time. Our defense played phenomenal all game. They really got the momentum back on our side with Zor's interception there in that 4th quarter, and we needed that, especially as an offense. We were struggling, mainly my fault for that struggle, but that momentum swing was big, and I loved seeing how our guys responded. Everybody had each other's backs. Offense had defense's back. Defense had offense's back. It was really great seeing how we responded to trailing.
Zach, talk about the interception. As a bang-bang play happens right in the middle of the field, where were you seeing it?
So we ran that pressure a few times, and I was responsible for the back. He stayed in, and I just popped out and looked. They ran that exact same play twice, I believe. When we ran that pressure, they checked to it, and I just knew that they were running a slant or trying to get the ball out quick. So I just looked to the boundary and knew it was coming and picked it up. So that was pretty much it.
How about the play at the end of the game where you blow up the swing pass?
That was not my responsibility, but I just saw him open, and I just knew I had to get over there and make a play on 4th down. So I didn't see our safety come over, and I couldn't see it behind me. So I just came over and made the tackle. What we had to do, just make a play when we needed it.
As representative of the defense here on this in this post game today, just tell us a little bit more about what you guys were seeing, or maybe react to what Luke was saying about you guys getting the momentum back for the offense.
Yeah, we knew we needed to make a play, so Coach Durkin just said just keep swinging, keep fighting, and we knew our time would come, and it just happened to be me that made that play, and I'm sure anyone on the defense could have made a play just like that. We knew to keep fighting. We were a little upset about our performance last week at lacrosse, so we've had a chip on our shoulder all week, and we knew we had to get it done today.
Let me spin that back, something you just said, to talk to you guys for a second, because, keep fighting, keep doing the thing until it works, right? Similarly, you guys had a bunch of big plays not go the right way for one reason or another, and then talk about connecting for that big pass that got you guys in the red zone in the 4th quarter.
Do you want me to start? We just had to keep swinging, like Zor was saying. We had a lot of 3 and outs, not having success on the first play, getting like 2 yards, we were behind. Bad decisions by me on 3rd down. I had the ball in my hand almost every 3rd down that we had for those 3 and outs, and I had my eyes in the wrong place, thinking too much about the situation, stuff like that. So once we got to that 4th quarter, and defense made a play for us, that was what we needed, like I mentioned earlier. And Joey's a player that I can trust. I trust all my guys, but Joey is one of those players who has that X factor in him. And I just knew we ran that play, get him the ball, even though Duve is close to him, throw it up for him, and he'll make a play on it every time. So.
Yeah, like he said, we were on the sideline drawing up that play, and it came a little sooner because Zor's interception. So we knew we were going to have it. He just trusted me, threw the ball up, and I made a play, and I'm just happy he threw it up to me, honestly.
Is that literally the case, literally drawing it up on the sideline into the 4th quarter of a national semifinal game, or is that something you've run before?
We've definitely run it, but, there's a variation on it, and we just talk about it and just going out and executing it.
I know sometimes I'm not monopolizing. I don't know if there's people behind me who have questions also.
For any one of you guys, it's easy to look past just because of the outcome of the game, but if you guys could comment on the pass interference call against Julian and then the no call against D'Angelo, just kind of what your reaction was in the moment and how you wanted to adjust.
I'll speak on behalf of Julian's pass interference. I mean, you can only control what you can control. I mean, we can't control what the refs are calling, so it's always just next play, and we're just going to have to figure it out. We just have to play with the refs, and they're going to make calls our way, they're going to make calls their way. We just got to keep going.
Yeah, same exact thing he said, just controlling the controllables. I definitely thought of his pass interference on the field. You could probably tell from my reaction, but we just know, like I said, control what you can control. Coach Spencer told that to me as I came off the sideline. We can't do anything about that. We just have to think about the next play. We can't say they're thinking about the same play. Oh, we should have got PI. We should have got PI. And there's a whole game left. So, it was frustrating, but nothing we could do about it in the moment. The play was over, and then we just came out next drive.
For Luke, Joey, I thought when you guys want to comment on this, tough 3rd quarter for you guys in the offense side of the ball. Similar situation like the 4th quarter last week at lacrosse, up by a score, or I should say actually down by 1. How to make that drive to come back in the 4th. Can you just speak on the adversity that you guys went through in dealing against a really good defense in the second half?
We dealt with a lot of adversity. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of 3rd down plays that could have been made. People were open, just not seeing things right, or I was rushing out of the pocket when I had people downfield open. I think I just started overthinking a lot of things. Because through film, we knew what we were going to get. We knew what was going to be open with the coverages they like to run in certain situations. And I just didn't trust that at times. And for some reason, I don't know why I wouldn't trust that. Just tried to do too much. And obviously it wasn't working out in that third quarter, but had a few big plays. His catch, Sacco's run, D'Lo's 2-point conversion, really big plays in that fourth quarter that kind of fixed all those mistakes that I made. So, and shout out to the defense too for making all those stops for us, because without them, who knows what would have happened in that game.
Can you guys talk about playing offensively in this half of the field or in the red zone on this side of the field? Where it's so loud. I haven't seen many places where I felt like noise caused a false start, and maybe there were a couple of those, so you can just talk about that a little bit.
I definitely think the noise played a little bit of a factor. Whether we're backed up or in the red zone, sometimes I worry if they're going to hear me signal for the ball. I know the clap kind of helps with that. The clap, making sure I have a good clap is really good in those situations, just because it's typically louder than a voice is, I'd say. So yeah, definitely played a little bit of factor with like motions and stuff. If we had that stuff going on, communication, but our guys did a really good job of handling it. But they were loud, I would say.